Today, we're going to be working on traditional Pilates rolling exercises like rolling like a ball and the open leg rocker with a whole bunch of variations. These exercises will massage the spine and strengthen and tone the core. This is the Bennie Barre Pilates studio. Crossing one foot over the other, we're going to sit down slowly with control onto the mat and go right into rolling like a ball. We'll C-curve through the spine, tuck the chin towards the chest. We're going to inhale as we roll back to the shoulder blades and exhale as we lift up. If you find yourself tipping forward and not being able to balance there at the top, just tip off of those toes and come right back to a balancing place. Try to keep the same distance between your knees and your chest and the same distance between your heels and your bum. We don't want our ball to be moving all over the place. For these rolling exercises, it's really important that we follow this breathing pattern of inhaling as we roll back and exhaling as we roll forward. In this next variation, we're going to roll back to the shoulder blades, and as we roll forward, we're going to extend both legs out straight, hovering here, and then tuck the knees and roll back again. So we're stabilizing, keeping the legs out low, reaching them long. They're lower than if we'd be in a teaser position, so we're thinking about reaching the legs out as we would in the double leg stretch and adding that roll in as we tuck the knees and come back. Make sure through all these rolling exercises that you're rolling the weight back to your shoulder blades and not to your head and neck. Moving on to the next variation, we're going to lift up the right leg and hold in between the knee and the ankle, roll back to the shoulder blades, and rock forward. So one leg, it's balancing, reaching out, our left leg, and our right leg, we're holding up and stretching the hamstring as we're rocking back and forth. This particular exercise is really great at helping you to gain balance and control if you really struggle with the open leg rocker, which is a very challenging exercise to roll back and catch yourself in balance as you come forward. Switching legs right here, lift up the left and hold just below the ankle, or if that's too high for you, somewhere in between the knee and the ankle. Think about keeping both legs perfectly straight. A single leg is reaching away while you're pulling the other leg in towards your body, rolling back to the shoulder blades and lifting up. The challenge here is to balance when we come up so you don't tip forward onto that extended bottom leg. We're going to continue this same exercise and add a scissor switch of legs. So as you lift up, switch the legs, roll back to the shoulder blades, exhale, come forward, scissor switch the legs, and keep rolling here. Every time that you roll back, you should be on a different leg and switching as you're coming up to the top and balancing. Of course, this requires control and stability. Moving now into that classical Pilates exercise, the open leg rocker. We're going to hold onto the ankles, extend the legs up, lift straight through the chest. Inhale as we C-curve, roll back to the shoulder blades, and exhale as we come forward and straighten up through the chest. For this particular exercise, you will find that this breathing pattern makes such a huge difference. If people struggle to balance or hold that control at the top, the very first thing that I get them to do is to inhale as they roll back to their shoulder blades and exhale. Use that exhalation to propel you forward and turn the abs on, stopping at the top. We're going to take a different variation of that exercise, the rocker with closed legs. So we're going to bring the legs close together. Same thing, roll back to the shoulder blades and exhale as we come forward and lift tall and balance. This can feel a little strange and different. You may find it more challenging to roll straight back through your spine and forward, but it's a great challenge. Again, cue into that breathing and try to keep things level and straight and think about rolling through that spine one vertebrae at a time and rolling back up forward. On this next variation, we're gonna lift the left knee in towards the body. Right leg is going to extend out straight, and we'll roll back and lift forward, balancing, hovering there. So we wanna think about the left foot, the side of that foot pressing into the leg, and keeping those legs in that same shape, moving them as a steady unit here. As we come to the top, we're gonna switch legs here. Now the right knee is pulled into the body, left leg is extended. It really helps you to balance and keep stable if you keep your right foot close to your leg as you roll back and roll forward. We're now gonna add an alternating leg. So every time we come to the top, we're gonna switch legs, roll back, exhale, come forward, and switch while we're balancing on those sits bones. Every time we roll back, we've got a different knee pulling in, and make sure as you're pulling that knee in towards your body that the knee is staying in line with the hip and not coming out to the outside. Draw that knee straight in towards the body. Next, we're moving into rolling like a ball wide. So same thing as rolling like a ball, but we're gonna take those knees out wide. So the knees are going to come out beyond the shoulders as we roll back to the shoulder blades, exhale, coming forward and balancing here. Again, think about holding the shape of that ball, same distance between your knees and your chest and your ankles and your bum. This will feel a little bit different with your ball being wider. Some people find it easier to balance to take their ball wide when they're just trying to get their rolling like a ball down, and they find it a little bit easier to stop and hover at the top. Next, we're taking that rolling wide exercise and putting in that double leg stretch again. So this time with the feet stretching out straight and wide. Next, we're gonna come into a teaser, lengthening out the legs, arms come up parallel, and then we're gonna tuck the knees as we roll back. And then when we roll forward, we're gonna lift back into that teaser shape. So it's similar as when we were rolling forward and coming into the double leg stretch, only our legs are higher here and we're extending into that teaser position and then rolling back. Also, I'm keeping my arms straight here and just tucking the knees in without hugging around the legs, rolling back and then reaching out to teaser. If your core wasn't being worked before, by this point, we can feel it. We're really gonna get our legs working in this next exercise where we're gonna roll into a squat. This may take some practice to get up here to this. Then we drop back down, roll back, roll forward with momentum, and push through into a squat. So make sure that your legs are wide enough that you can lift your body up into a squat. We're really going to be using more momentum here than we have in any of the other rolling exercises because we have to dynamically come forward and come up. If you find that you can't roll the whole way into that, coming up into that squat, just practice rolling back and then rolling forward and planting your feet. And straightening through the legs here, we'll lift our arms up to the sky. Tuck the chin to chest and roll down through the spine, lengthening the hands down towards the ground. Roll back up through the spine and lift the arms up to the sky. We're just stretching out here. We are done with our fun rolling workout. Let me know what your favorite exercise was and what exercise you hate me for right now. Keep the arms high, look right, look left, look right, look left, and center, bringing the arms down. Thanks so much for joining me here in the Bennie Barre Pilates studio, and check out my channel for more Mat Pilates, Springboard Pilates, Barre, and more, with more to come. If you have not yet subscribed yet, consider doing so. We've got a lot of great things going on here. And if you're interested in online classes with me, check out my Patreon account. You can find all the information in my write-up below. You can join me for a Mat Pilates tier where I teach you Mat Pilates exercises, the ins and outs, what they work, and how to progress from a beginner level to an advanced level. You'll also find a Barre tier, a Springboard Pilates tier, and more to come. Wondering what to watch next? I've got a few video suggestions for you right here. I'll see you guys next time in the studio.